welcome back. Okay, so if you watch my videos, you may remember that not too long ago I made a video titled 5 things I hate about iPhones. I'll link it below in case you haven't watched it, but in that video, one of the first things I talked about was poor media organization on iPhones. And well, it's been 4 months since I made that video, but I think I finally found a solution. So let's talk about it. Okay, so poor media organization, what do I mean by that? Well, in simple words, I think the way your iPhone handles photos and videos is terrible. Let me explain. Okay, so if you open the Photos app on your iPhone and go over to Albums, you'll see at least 2 albums here. One of them is named Recents and the other is named Favorites. Now, the Recents album is the most important one because it stores all your photos, screenshots, downloads, and everything. But if you create an album from the items within your Recents folder, I'm pretty sure you'll know that you're not actually moving those items over to another album. Your iPhone basically creates a shortcut to that item. Now, you may think, well, what's the problem with that? Well, for your iPhone, it really isn't a problem. But if you ever need to transfer photos to a computer, which you inevitably will have to do at some point, either because your iPhone runs out of storage or maybe you just want to save some important photos to your computer, it will be a problem, which is exactly what happened with me. I recently ran out of storage on my phone, and because I don't pay for iCloud storage, I had no option but to transfer a majority of my photos and videos to my computer. Now, back when I used an Android phone, what I used to do is simply plug it into my PC, and using File Explorer, I took out all the photos and videos I did not need on my phone all the time. For example, family photos or photos taken at a birthday party. Doing this was extremely simple because I had created folders on my phone in the Gallery app, which also showed up in File Explorer. So everything was already organized and I knew exactly which photos I wanted to keep and which ones I didn't. Now, if you connect an iPhone to your PC in File Explorer, you'll see these weird folders named Apple 100, Apple 101, 102, and so on. Now, inside these folders, you will find all your photos, videos, downloads, screenshots, and everything. But the problem is they're all mixed together. Again, because of that Recents album on your iPhone. And if you have 1500 photos like me, trust me, it's not fun to hold control and go through all of them and decide which ones to keep and which ones not to keep. Alternatively, you can also use Windows Photos app, which does make things a bit easier, but it's still far from perfect. So what's the solution? Well, it's a software called Imzing. In a nutshell, it's a software available for Mac and PC that I see as a tool which can almost replace iCloud and iTunes. According to Imzing, it's the #1 software to transfer and save music, messages, and data from any iOS device to a computer. They also make sure that your privacy isn't compromised. All your data is private and secure, and none of your data is uploaded to Imzing's servers. So from my understanding, it basically makes your computer the cloud. You can manage and locally store pretty much all your data on your computer. There's a long list of features that Imzing has to offer, but here are some of the features that really stand out, at least in my opinion. So for starters, it solves my problem. It makes the process of exporting photos and browsing through your iPhone's photo library on your computer extremely easy. If you've created albums on your iPhone, you'll also see them in Imzing, similar to an Android phone. You can back up your iPhone via USB cable or Wi-Fi. iTunes can also do that, but the difference is that Imzing lets you choose where to save the backups. You can also drag and drop files to your iPhone. So for example, if you have movies stored on your computer, you can just drag and drop them directly to your iPhone. You can also transfer your data to another iPhone, plus Imzing can search for spyware on your phone. I think my favorite feature, however, is the automatic backup. So you can choose how frequently you want to back up your phone and a time frame for the backup to happen. For my phone, I have it set to daily, so Imzing will back up my phone every day at night, sometime when I'm sleeping. Now, all the features I just mentioned are just the tip of the iceberg. Imzing can do so much more, honestly, for a reasonable price. So at the time of recording this video, it costs 45 Canadian dollars for one device, $70 for 3 devices, and $100 for 5 devices. But what's important is that it's a one-time purchase. And although I personally prefer a one-time purchase, they do also offer a yearly subscription for only $60 for unlimited Apple devices. You can download a free trial using my link in the description below. Some features are completely free to use, including backups. So if you're an iPhone user, I genuinely think a software like this is a must-have, especially if you don't want to pay for iCloud storage or don't like using iTunes. Now, I think it's important for me to mention that I'm not in any way forcing you to buy this specific software. There are a few other ones out there, but in my opinion, with Imzing, the balance between features and price is pretty good. So there you have it. Using Imzing or a software similar to it, you can solve arguably one of the biggest problems on iPhones, at least in my opinion. But that's all for this video. I really hope you found it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you later.